Hey guys, it's RCK and I'm glad to have you back here again for our next episode for our Fallen Empires game we have going on here. Now, of course, this episode we're going to be going over turn 21 and turn 22. Already we see we have a ton of battles here, mostly against Ermor and Ermor fighting them back, of course. We also have one battle here with Machaco. We'll watch this independent battle here first, and we have an independent battle with busier here against Independence as well. We'll watch both of those first before we get into the meat here, being the not Abyssian, the Ashdod Arco Man war against Ermor here. Quite a coalition that we have at this point. We also see an event happening for Scalaria down here. So let's watch this first Machaca battle. Go ahead and get this knocked out the way. He's pinging. I see what he's pinging. I mean, he should know what is here since he just got that report last turn, but possibly what could have happened is this commander was coming in, possibly building a fort, something like that. He had multi-turn movement set on, and that could have been what happened there. So let's go ahead and watch this battle here with Abizia in a farmland. Quite a large force he has. Oh, and this is against Knights of the Chalice. Now, was this an event that happened to him? I cannot remember. But he has a lot of Abyssian infantry here. A few sacreds here on the flank. A good few. But, oh, there's a couple here that are scattered here and there. I have to be careful though. I mean, this commander might catch on fire with all this heat 3 around him. Ooh, lance chargers dealing some damage there, but oh, that's why. Okay, so I've actually seen this commander before with this set of armor on him. I was wondering why he was going berserk, but he has a Sun Sword, 25 command. It automatically goes berserk and he's blessed. 3 times damage versus undead and demons. Lots of very nice bonuses there. Armor piercing. So that is the first part. The Sun Shield, fire shock resistance plus 15, very very nice. Plus 1 awe and 25 protection, very very nice. Adding a good bit to that defense skill too with that parry of 8. Next we have the Sun Helmet. I can't remember how many of these I've actually had before. I think I've had a few of these pieces, but I wasn't able to collect all of them. Magic resistance plus 5 and all plus 1. This is a very, very nice item here. Magic resistance plus 5 gives you no encumbrance and it's giving you 25 head protection. This is a pretty awesome item that is here. Next, we'll look at the plate or the sun armor here. Also, a very interesting unit. Plus 4 morale, plus 3 awe, 25 protection, minus 3 defense, encumbrance of 4, and the map move penalty of 6. But yeah, I think my favorite ones have to be the shield and the helmet. This is good too, but you have to be careful once you put it on because you don't necessarily want to have a map move penalty, and I don't necessarily want my troops going berserk either. So there is some questionable things about with that sword. Sorry, I had to scratch my head. So, I mean, sitting at 25 protection here. Very, very high. Yeah, very, very nice in here. Wonder if he actually grabs any of these items from this commander. Oh, taking some good damage there from the flatulence. Let's look at them. A flail dealing 11 damage and average human HP. How much all does he have? All 5. Not necessarily. Oh, they're all procced right there. I saw it. So I wasn't seeing it too much. Proc there. Proc there again. Proc over there and there, and one there and one there. See, all is definitely working for him. It gets better the lower morale someone is because awe is a check against their morale, I believe. Yeah, determined by the attacker's morale. Unit with high morale is likely to ignore awe. So Yep, it says that. So, because like with undead unit, not, I mean, these aren't undead, but when it comes to undead units, all doesn't really work against them because they have 50 morale. So, keep that in mind. See it happen a lot, but since he's berserk, he will not rout. He will fight to the death. He's at 3 HP. Come on, all you guys need is one more hit. Oh, and there it goes for 8 damage. Okay. And like I said, that commander is on fire. He's at 7. He's profusely bleeding. I don't know if he'll make it through the battle. Thankfully for Abizia, the enemy units are gone. Yeah, the last few flagellants are leaving. He's still bleeding. I don't know if he'll make it through the bit of this battle here. He's down to 2 HP. Is it done? It's done. Wow, very, very close on that one. Interesting. So let's go ahead and watch this independent event here with Scalaria. Ooh, had a barb event here happen. A lot of barbs, and of course this is going to take their 1 PD 1 PD Providence here. Where was that at? So that was, I mean, oh man, that's in this cap circle. There's no PD there. 1, 20, 1. I mean, I would still put 6. I would put 6 PD. I don't know why this has none though. Even on my castles and stuff, even if I was patrolling with skeletons, I would still put 6 PD. Very interesting here. I did not notice the PD before now. Interesting. So let's watch these two battles here with Man versus Ermor. If you remember, Man had a fairly huge stack here coming for Ermor's cap. And this first battle here is Wardens against PD. Of course, we know the Wardens are going to win this one. So we can go on to the next one. This is Ermor's cap circle. Now this is a scout, a Royal Forester. Ooh, and this is Ermor's main army. Let's take a look at this here. Lots of Velite style units, Long Dead Horsemen. This might be a separate force joining in with the main force because it looks like most things are actually sorted out. And I feel like this was just not really set to anything. Let's pause. Next, you see a line of undead. This looks like these guys streamed in. I think they are on a separate command than the rest of these. Most of these, I think, are on hold and attack because they paused. And I think these probably on just fire. And that's why you see them coming through here. You have this large line of Charius. Don't necessarily like the Charius like this because this is what this is going to happen. I mean, they have a combat speed of 5. Everything else has a combat speed of 8. These guys have a combat speed of 7. These guys are going to be able to walk faster than the Charius, which the Charius at this point will be holding up most of this back line here, causing your units to really separate. So that is something you want to keep in mind. I see some ghouls getting frozen back here because these lictors and sensors do have cold 3 or chill 3 aura. They also have swimming. I didn't know they had swimming. I didn't know they had swimming. Interesting. I see a few lictors over here. Nice to finally see some lictors coming out and seeing them blessed, of course. Of course, this is the blessed that we talked about last turn. If you want to take a quick look at it, this is why I clicked on it for you. But dealing 34 magical weapon damage here. Slash, I mean, it's going to be adding a little bit more to it. Tactical 12, yeah, that's kind of low. But when they do hit, they're going to be killing shit. I mean, that's just the way it is. All these resistances make them pretty tough to kill. HP plus 7, Undying plus 16. That is so much life total they have here. So they're boosted up to 27 hit points, and then Undying 16 is going to give them an additional 16 hit points on top of that. Wow, okay, so these guys are beefy. Same for these knights. usually enough, yeah, you would want a more like, not, what's the word I'm looking for? Something to kind of like beef them up, of course. You have your resistances and everything, but usually enough, the knights have it like this here has a basic maximum hit points of 6, so they could take very few hits and they're just gone. Whereas with 13 hit points now and then 16, basically 16 hit points added onto that, pushing it up to 29 hit points. I mean, these are some tough ass knights. And it looks like both lictors and the knights are on the same flank here. Don't know if I would have switched that up. I probably would have left it like this. Don't know if I would have put knights on both flanks, maybe. I don't know. And we do see a archbishop here and holy 3 that Ermor has that they can summon, of course. And this will give them a someone that can bless all their troops on the battlefield at the same time. They also have some other nice holy spells that also help increase their units' abilities here. Is it magical? No, I know one does attack skill, magical resistance. I don't know if it adds defense skill. Maybe I'm wrong. I can't exactly remember all that it adds. It's like protection of the unholy sepulchre and power or something like that. I can't remember. So very interesting. That is currently what man is doing. I mean, yeah, I killed one PD and then he just pinged their capital. Actually, he pinged their capital. So from the looks of it, that force that was in the middle, that was PD. That's what I'm assuming. This force that is, well, I thought they'd be, maybe that's them right there. I'm pretty sure that's PD. We can go look at the map. Look at that. Yeah, that's all PD. So that's what was going on there. I understand now. But so, I guess it's not too surprising to see him patrolling his capital at this point. I definitely want a stronger force just in case. But I know he doesn't have too much, so you can't complain. Next, we have a battle here. I want to go over all the battles attacking Ermor, and then we'll go over the ones of him attacking other people. So, we have Arcos of Folly here storming a fort. And all we have are these Skeletal Archers. The long dead archers, which is something you don't see too often because he doesn't actually get these as a spawn. They're not something you want to summon. Because I think you can summon these. Really low hit points. It's just a short bow unit here that man the walls. The only time you'll really see them and when you're storming, of course. Very interesting is they have a short bow range of 42. Shit, I mean that's really far. Since 35 here, maybe because they're on the wall. Um, Basically a long dead unit with a short bow. He has no other weapon other than his fist, so that is quite interesting as well. But we know, of course, that these champions here, was it Heart Champions? Yeah, Heart Champion, of course, will be taking these guys out rather soon. It looks like he also has a Holy One Acolyte here, Poison Claw. You also really don't see these guys as often either, because most of your death gems are either put towards Dusk Elders, Archbishops, or Lictors. So, very interesting. We can just go ahead and end that one. Did he lose? No. Arcos of Folly didn't even lose anything in that fight. Now we see Ashdod attacking Ermor as well. The southern front. Lots of Anakites here. Yeah, these are going to be able to take out anything in this fort, in which case there's nothing there other than these long dead archers and he's putting on the bless. Oh my goodness. That's right, because I guess that etherealness actually turns them into like a ghost style unit. So at that point they can go through walls, which is quite interesting. But I do see some units still starving. You have to really be careful with that. They're going to get afflictions, they're going to get diseased. It's not necessarily something you want on very, very expensive units. I don't remember if Ashdod gets a healer. It's something I'll have to look at. I will go ahead and do that right now because, oops, I knocked my knocked my microphone there. It's trying to scratch my face. I don't see a healer. Because it's Hinnom that actually gets a healer, not Ashdod. So that's interesting. You want to be careful with that. So that was the last of the battles attacking Ermor. So let's go ahead and watch some of these battles here where Ermor is fighting back. Let's see his offensive. So he has a Mound King here with a bunch of Soulless, but it does run into a pretty hefty force from Arcos of Folly here. Highly doubt the Soulless would be able to deal almost any damage at all to these units. I mean, possibly could get a kill or two, but I highly doubt it. These are very, very chaff units, guys. Really, you shouldn't be expecting anything out of them other than them to fill up a square, basically. You might kill those peltas, though. Bunch of pull from the graves. Let me put it in fast forward. And now we have the elephant here trampling around. Oh, crossbows could get some friendly kills there. You gotta be careful. So yeah, we had one crossbowman die and one peltas die. Interesting. So next we watch a battle here. Ermor attacking Ashdod. It looks like we have two of those. He's tagged them in two separate locations. Very, very low, not priority, but low commitment attacks here. Groups of long dead, groups of soulless, and they're really just to fight this Raphite commander here, because this is what Ashdod gets for 1 PD. I expect him to get at least a kill. Okay, got one. Oh, trying to click fast forward. Well, at least he got a kill or two, I suppose. Is it worth 1 gold? He got 3 kills. Nope, that's not the right battle. He got 1 kill. Never mind. Is it worth 1 gold? Not sure. Not sure about that. I mean, information is definitely worth the 1 gold. So that's why you should always at least put 1 PD there. Here we see a commander, a priest, a few ghouls against the entirety of Ashdod's. It's like major force. Okay, so I know what happened here. So this was more than likely the main. No, this was more than likely Ermor's garrison units at this point. The units he had in there, the priests, the ghouls, and then the same turn that Ashdod stormed the castle, Ermor broke siege and set all of his units on retreat. Now, if he does that on the same turn Ashdod storms, they will actually retreat into separate provinces. Now, if Ashdod is still sieging the castle at this time and is not storming yet, the units will then retreat back into the castle. It's quite interesting part of the game there. Sometimes you can use to your advantage. So that is why we see this army twice. And if we look, yep, see these battles happen in the same province of which the fortress was stormed. So keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and watch this battle here. Ermor attacking Arcos of Folly again here. With a much larger force this time. Okay, same thing that was happening last time. Don't know why you're sticking around. Same thing which happened last time. This is the same force that stormed that castle. These guys are getting the heck out of there. They do not want to die. Should get this guy out. Okay, his morale's already broke. Okay. Yep. So if we look there, that is the same place that Ashdod, or that Arcos of Folly attacked. So yeah, that is just what was inside the fort. And he did not want to lose it. So some very interesting battles we have there. One of my lore masters were wounded. And that is the state of the game for this turn. We'll just go ahead and focus on the Ermorian front at this point, since that is the only major conflict going on at this time. And we see that these wardens here are actually sitting on top of a fort, which is unfortunate. This is going to stop some of his free spawn. Arcos of Folly has taken a fort. Ashdod has taken a fort. But he was able to raid back one of his provinces at least. But things are looking grim. I mean, you have the Troll Raider, the Dark Knight. It's kind of a tough event. They got some tough hero style units in there, holding down one fort, so he's not getting any free spawn from it. He has one palisade. He has two palisades, both of them having temples in them. He just lost a temple, probably. He just lost a temple here, more than likely, if I remember correctly. Has another palisade that is pinned down, and then he has his capital here with two nations, possibly three next turn, sitting outside of it. With 502, I feel like he'd be able to take out Arcocephali and Ashdod's army for sure. I don't know. It'll be a toss up with the Man army. I would have to see the composition. We would also have to see if Man brought. Hopefully, he brings the rest of these troops here. Also interesting that Man did not take this for himself. So that is interesting as well. 29, being right outside of his cap circle, letting Abizia walk all the way over and take it. But if it means taking out Ermor Orly, might as well. So that was turn 21. We will head over to turn 22. Let I go past it? Yeah. There we go. Let me take this headset on. I really don't need it on. Oh. So we have, it looks like fewer battles at this point. We have Scalaria attacking people, Machaca attacking Scalaria, Man attacking Ermor, Ashdod attacking Ermor, Independence attacking End, Ermor attacking Ashdod. So quite interesting. It would seem to me there's also a battle on the capital of Ermor itself. It would also seem that the coalition against Scalaria here has started as well. But it also seems Scalaria is also attacking Arcocephali. I'm not sure if that is a trade there. I'm not 100% sure on that. But let's go ahead and watch the Ermor battle, since that's what we talked about last turn. Do not want to fight Ermor in the cave. I will tell you that this darkness is not good. Okay, I mean, these guys have dark vision 50 at least. That fella doesn't. Because they're not going to take any negative effects, where you're me taking a lot of negative effects to most of your units. I don't know. Ermor might still lose this. Unless that HP route. Nope. Okay, yeah, Ermor lost that one. But was defeated. Yep. Cool. Let's watch these two battles here. I'll watch the Ashdod one first. I assume this is Ashdod's main force. Yes, it is. Attacking 1 PD. We don't need to watch that. We can watch this end battle, since there was only one from him. And it looks like barbarians are attacking him in his cave province here. Ooh, and they lost. My assumption is that Barbarian's chief or lord was killed in the first attack there. Oh my goodness, I don't know. Let's actually watch that. That's very interesting. So I'm talking about this darkness thing before. I mean, our attack skill drops to 7, defense skills dropping down to 5. I mean, you have to be very, very mindful of what you're fighting in. I mean, even with these guys just having dark vision 50, oof. Let's see what happens. Taking a few hits. Oh yeah, it looks like So from the looks of it there, the barbarian commander got stuck between these 4 or 5, no, am I going to pronounce that, flesh eater troops here. Uh, he ended up dying, actually, and then probably from the route, since these guys are in the way of these guys routing, they're going to have to fight them, but due to the fact of them they're broken at this point, it's going to decrease their stats even more. Yeah. So attack skill of 3, defense skill of 1. Yeah, they took a -7. God, they're at -9. That's crazy. So they're all going to run into these two guys. Or a lot of them are, I assume. Yep, see? They're holding them up and they're just taking care of them. That's how they got so many kills. Very, very interesting fight there. Wow. He got very, very lucky he didn't lose that. I want to actually go and see that. That was on a palisade. I wonder if that palisade was made this turn. No, probably not. Other than that, let's go ahead. We can watch this battle here on Ermor, and we will talk about this. Now, this is man's full army. I didn't think he'd ping twice, but now it's interesting to see that Ermor is not patrolling the second time. Very, very curious on why. Because, I mean, he was prepared to do it last turn, prepared to fight last turn. Why didn't he fight this turn? He's going to lose 25 PD. Yeah, I mean, this would have been a tough fight for him to fight, but I don't know. It's a tough call. Lots of monks here. Broadswords. Interesting. Who's the main caster here, though? Most of these people are all slaves. There's one. I guess boosting him up to a higher priest level from joining in the communion. That's my assumption. Possibly doing that for, I mean, this is not a priest, but don't know what they're casting there. Okay. Casting lesser fire elementals. I mean, they won't be as good since it's so cold. Well, I mean, and they're lesser, so they're size 3, but I don't know if cold affects them or not. Hmm. Divine channeling. The priest channels the divine might of his god onto the battlefield. All friendly priests of low power have their priest level skill increased for the duration of the battle. So, good there. I like that. So, it looks like it's boosted all of these monks up to holy level 2s. Quite interesting there. I like that little interaction that they had. Wonder if he had to get them up to a holy level. I wonder if that was a holy level 4 spell to cast. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with MA Man. But yeah, that was quite interesting. Lots of monks. How many is that? 22. Yeah, they just tore through all that chaff. Next, we have a battle here in the mountains. It looks like Scaleria is taking back that province that was just taken from them. Only sending in one cultist with probably 105 units, of course, against the barbs. That's a lot of barbs, though. It looks like they're going to take care of that. Yep. Alrighty. 105, that's how many he brought. So, now we see Machaka attacking Scaleria on his own here, while also Scaleria is attacking Arcos and Folly. Quite interesting. Let's watch the Arcos and Folly battle here. Oof. Yeah, he didn't come to play around. Even brought a few human units, I suppose, for like mine hunt and things like that. Surprised to see. I don't know. I mean, I guess you'd want to keep your mages at home. Hmm. Something I need to look at. Goes province. So here, I don't know. That is quite interesting. Just chaff. I don't know. I mean, definitely could be going to war with Aquas Folly. At this point, I would probably split this 740 unit army here and have them go. A group of them go here, group of them go here, group of them go here, and just kind of spread out, dealing as much damage as I could to his income at this point. Yeah, because I highly doubt Arcoscephali would have sold 101 income province to Scaleria. I just doubt it. But we do see a battle here with Machaca versus Scaleria, so let's go ahead and watch that. Quite a interesting bit of Diplo here unfolding. Lots of these Machacan hoplites here in the front. I mean, it's good they're in for their formation fighter. Don't know how well they'll do against skeletons since they're all pierce resistant. These are pierce damage weapons. Um, Same with the spider knights, but we'll see how it goes. Catching his own units on fire. Oops. Yeah, and that is all that is going on currently. I mean, basically, Scaleria looks the same. He lost a province over here and gained one over here. But due to that, I mean, there'll probably be a large fluctuation of battles and property being handed over to one person from the next round here. Depending on who and all gets into that war, of course. Looks like Marcus Ovalle is being attacked. Wonder if he is going to pull off of Ermor and pull back to defend his lands. Ermor is under siege, but honestly enough, yeah, the only thing that he is going to lose from that is going to be the free spawn that he is going to be getting from his capital there. Other than that, he can still summon lictors. He can still, I'm pretty sure he can. Yeah, I think you can still summon. Yeah, of course you can still summon things. Still be summoning everything else. He has a lab there, so of course he's still getting his high gem income from that. But he probably will start to lose some of these outlying provinces like these two right here to Ashdod. Possibly one more of these to Arcoscephali. Uh, I don't know. I probably would have waited to attack until I had my whole army there. It seems like he just has a lot that's still not there yet. So, have to be careful with that. Hmm. Not too much about this turn. Probably a shorter episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. We see N just kind of doing his thing over here. And let's look at these score graphs. Income. I want to really see research. Okay, so N's had a huge increase here because he got his army back home that had so many mages in it that was doing point buffing. Um, we still see Arcoscephali and Machaka here, but Arcoscephali is definitely starting to pull ahead with their research. Very interesting, the army size. Kind of a big drop there for Ermor, kind of stagnated a little bit that turn, or the last two turns there from losing things. Very interesting. Our Scaleria is definitely on the incline upward still, so have to be careful with that, guys. Makes me wonder what Abysia is going to be doing. I mean, they are huge, even though they still make about the same as our Machaca, which Machaca is very very large as well. Both of the nations here are very very large. More than likely, probably setting up his economy here. I mean, he's got a lot of castles he's probably going to want to put up. He's got a few thrones he's probably want to get up. He's probably want to pick up that throne right there. Possibly pick up that throne right there. Not going to be able to get 91 over there, which is the Throne of Gaia. That was definitely locked in by end. But yeah, he's got a lot of stuff he's can work on. Other than that, he probably wants to get his blood economy up. He's expanded so well at this point. It makes you wonder, should he have a war soon? Should he leave Man to fight Ermor? Because with Man fighting Ermor, there's nothing Man is going to really get out of this battle other than 9 death gems per turn. I mean, yes, that's a lot of gems, but he's not going to be making more gold than he made before he started the war. All he's going to be doing is grinding his units down. Um, Same could be said with Arcos of Folly fighting Scaleria. I mean, do you really want Scaleria to gain a significant amount of land if you help him fight Arcos of Folly at that point? And at that point you'll be bordering Arcos of Folly. If you attack Man, let Ermor win, Ermor takes some of this back, you'll be bordering Ermor. I mean, that's I don't know. I just don't like that because that puts them next. I mean, who are they going to go after next? They can see sucks there for Machaka because he just cut off Abysia from attacking Scaleria. So that's very unfortunate there. Possibly could have grabbed a castle or two. Um, yeah, very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. Wonder what Satis will also do. Seems like he is getting site searching done. Say, well, pestilence. A lot of different sites all across the place here. So he's been doing a lot of site searching. If I remember correctly, he is the highest as far as gem income goes. Yes, he is. So yeah, that is what he is doing at the moment. Very interesting. Just trying to check some of these province incomes and things like that. Trying to see if there's any that are kind of special. I know most of them. No, that's just one. It's two again. Did he have two of those? No, it's garden. Nice. That's a nice 3 gem site there. Corpse candles. That's a very okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gem province there. That is very, very high there. Cave of Dark Rites. Just 2. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, everything else is like 1. Most of the things I know of. I didn't know about that one. I mean, I know they had copper, gold, and silver deposits and stuff. I just don't necessarily remember. I think silver and gold is just um, gold. Just gives you an increase like 50 or 75 gold or 100. I can't remember how much. They vary depending on which one you get. So that was turn 22, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.